Hey guys, it's me, Rocket Range. Dig the new look? Anyway, since TPOT 23 just recently came out, I thought it's about time to make a list of who I personally think has the highest and lowest chances of winning out of the final 11. So, without further ado, let's get into the rankings.
I really do not like cake at steak.
Last place on my winner rankings is surprisingly not Book, but instead Pencil. Now, this may sound crazy, but I predict that Pencil is going to be eliminated in TPOT 25. Essentially, after she gets back to the present, she'll quit the game to spend more time with her alliance, except Book and Ice Cube because, well, you know. Or she'll just get disqualified from the game. I don't really know. I mean, she did almost cause the end of the world twice, so it would make sense that she was disqualified. I wouldn't be surprised if this doesn't come true, but if it does, now that would be pretty cool. Book is absolutely, undeniably, 102% with a 2% margin of error cooked in Teapot. Not only does she have to deal with a declining fan base and a rising hate base, but she now also has to deal with the winner curse. If you don't know, which you probably don't, the winner curse is a curse that befalls onto every winner of a BFDI season the moment that they win their respective season. The winner curse causes the receiver to perform much worse in votings, mainly due to the fact that they, well, already won a season. This has only really affected Fiery in BFDIA and BFB, but it is bound to strike again the minute Book is up for elimination again, which, unfortunately for her, is probably just around the corner. Also, if we take a look at her voting records, she's been in the bottom 2 4 times, and has only been safe first twice. So, yeah, needless to say, Book is done for. Her winning chances are so bad that they're almost reaching Inanimate Insanity Season 3 levels of bad. Okay, that may have been a little bit of a stretch. Her winning chances aren't that bad, but yeah, no, still, she's not winning.
I hate you.
Fanny's story in Teapot is truly sad. She started off the season well, with loads of screen time and plot relevance, but as we got further into the game, her screen time and plot relevance fell off a cliff. It honestly felt like the writers had been trying to write out Fanny for ages at this point, but it's just never worked. Hell, they literally put Fanny with all the eliminated contestants. They're not even trying to hide the fact that they want Fanny out at this point. Also, her voting records aren't the best to say the least. 2 bottom 2s, and no times for a save. She has had a 4 elimination long streak of being saved second, but still, I just don't see Fanny winning Teapot, let alone getting to the final 2 in the first place.
These team names are so stupid.
Now, this was easily the hardest character to rank, but in 8th place, we have Price Tag. Now, Price Tag's voting records are both very impressive and concerning at the same time. She had a 7 elimination long streak, where she was second safe, which is very impressive and shows that Price Tag's fanbase is very consistent and loyal. However, in Teapot 23, she did, for the first time ever, not get second safe, instead getting third safe. Sure, the vote difference was only around 100 votes, but still. The fact that Price Tag was outvoted by Marker, who barely did anything in Teapot 21, while Price Tag had a whole plotline dedicated to her and 2 getting to know each other, is not only concerning, but also reminds me of a certain other debuter who just so happened to have the same situation happen to them just a few episodes earlier. Anyway, I just feel like Price Tag may end up falling off and getting eliminated soon if they aren't given anything to do. And with Book basically being done for in the game, I think that just may end up happening.
That clumsy tennis ball.
Now, originally Price Tag was supposed to be here and Tennis Ball was at 8th place, but after doing some thinking, I decided to give Tennis Ball the edge and place him at 7th. Tennis Ball's fanbase has pretty much always been known for being super large, even though he doesn't really do much in Teapot. However, with Teapot 23 giving Tennis Ball some actual time in the spotlight for once with the whole Yoyolite situation, I feel like Tennis Ball may have some potential to go much farther in Teapot than most people expected. His voting records, while starting off rough with a bottom 2 placement, have consistently shown him as a pretty popular character, having 2 times where he was first safe. However, I feel like Tennis Ball has 2 big problems in his way of winning Teapot. 1, Golf Ball, and 2, his run in BFDIA. Overall, people prefer golf ball and teapot over tennis ball, and if the two are up for elimination together, most people will probably end up choosing to vote for golf ball over tennis ball, leading to his demise. Also, his third place run in BFDIA may end up dissuading people from voting for him, since he already got super far in BFDIA. However, if they keep tennis ball in the spotlight, like Teapot 23, I feel like he can make another deep run. No! I want my Looking at the final 11, Donut probably is the best candidate for winning the Power of Two, mainly due to the fact that he's probably the only contestant careful and responsible enough not to cause chaos with Two's power. However, I feel like Donut's odds of winning, specifically making it to the final two, are not so high. I'm gonna go off on a little tangent here, but I feel like the potential to make it to the final two is overall more important than the potential to win in the end. Take BFDIA Coiny and Needle for example. Coiny had a lot of potential to win, but not much potential to make it to the final two, which led to his placement of 4th. Meanwhile, Needle had much less potential to win the season, but much more potential to make it to the final two, which led to her getting 2nd place. Overall, Needle did much better than Coiny in BFDIA due to her higher chances of making it to the final two, despite her not winning in the end. Donut is similar to Coiny, as they both have lots of potential to win the season, but not much potential to make it to the final two as a whole. Just look at Donut's rough voting records. He's been in the bottom two twice, even though he's only been in 4 eliminations so far. However, he was saved first in Teapot 9, and his plot relevance in the latest Teapot episodes may lead to him gaining a lot of fans in the latter half of Teapot, which could help out his final two odds. Overall, we're just gonna have to wait and see what happens.
No, she's not. I'm washable.
Marcus' very unexpected survival in Teapot 23 and the Black Hole song has definitely increased Marcus' fanbase by a considerable margin. Also, looking at his voting records, it is quite literally just a better version of Donuts. So Marcus' chances of getting to the end of Teapot are pretty good in my opinion. However, my main problem with Marker is that if he gets to the final two, I just don't think he'll have enough fans to pull off the win. He's got a lot of potential to make it to the final two, but not much potential to win the season in my opinion. He's essentially the opposite of Donut in that matter.
I know! She is like a bossy bot.
Golf Ball's winning percentages have never been higher, since she is doing great so far in Teapot. She's finally made it to the merge after 2 failed attempts, and she's super popular, being one of the favorites to win. However, her main problem, just like in every other season, is her hate base. There are a lot of people who flat out hate Golf Ball and her bossy bot ways, which could end up hurting her odds at winning in the final two. But aside from that, she's got some pretty good odds of winning.
Hold on a second! These are just black bendy straws attached with tape!
Wait, what?
Pen is essentially just Donut, but with much higher odds of making it to the final two, mainly due to Pen being a super popular character and his whole losing all of his friends arc. His voting records are also way better than Donut's, with Pen being safe first 3 whole times and also never being in the bottom 2. So why is Pen ranked only 3rd? Well, not only do the other 2 characters left have better voting records than Pen, but Pen also has been slacking hard in the plot relevance department. He genuinely hasn't done anything relevant since Teapot 17, which was a whole year ago. Simply due to those 2 factors, Pen lands at 3rd place on this list.
I'm Grassy!
After all this time, we've finally reached Teapot's golden boy, Grassy. Grassy's ranking on this list doesn't really need any explanation. 5 times first save, 4 of which being in a row, loads of plot relevance, and a consistently large fan base at his side at all times. Grassy truly has it all. However, the one thing that puts Grassy at 2nd place is mainly his bottom 2 appearance in Teapot 19. Now, this ultimately didn't mean much, as in his next elimination in Teapot 23, he was very comfortably saved first, but it still shows that Grassy isn't perfect. However, there is someone else in Teapot's final 11 who just might be the perfect contestant.
What can I do?
You suck, don't you?
Excuse me?
There is simply just no stopping Black Hole at this point. his voting records are just ridiculously good, essentially being a strict upgrade over Grassy's voting records. He's got a super large fandom, loads of plot relevance with one and the giant crack in time, I guess. And he's even got solid win potential, as a lot of people may be coaxed into voting for Black Hole simply due to the fact that it would be really funny if he ended up winning. I mean, how would he even gain Truth Power in the first place? Would he just suck it up like in that one TPOT fan animation, or what? Anyway, overall, Black Hole is just way too consistently popular to be stopped, and I feel like he, overall, has the highest odds of winning TPOT. So, yeah. Overall, these are my TPOT winner rankings. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hype, whatever. Bye.